Welcome to video demo of Carbon Footprint Management Information System. What the system is all about? I will show you what it is. This is you. You might heard about global warming, climate change, and reduce your carbon footprint may help the world. What is carbon footprint? Carbon footprint is just like your footprint that leaves to the environment. Just like a mark you leave with every action that release hazardous gas like CO2. The gas can emit from the burning of fossil fuel. More fossil fuel use, the bigger the carbon footprint can be. The problem now we faced is how to know how much CO2 that you produced. Is carbon footprint can be calculated? The answer is yes. According to GHG protocol, carbon footprint can be calculated. And this system works as a calculator can calculate the CO2 and other GHG emission. We can calculate carbon footprint and it is divided into 3 scopes. Scope 1 will calculate carbon emission direct by the company or manufacturer that use different source to generate energy such as solid, liquid and gas. Then, Scope 2 is indirect emission from the generation of purchased electricity consumed. Lastly, Scope 3 is carbon emission calculated from other indirect emission, example from transportation that is used daily.
GHG Cal is built using Visual Studio 2017 where VBNet is the coding used for the programming. To centralize the data received from the users, Azure SQL database is used as the storage platform. To ease the data analysis and reporting purposes, Microsoft Power BI is chosen as it can produce various graphical representation. Here, users are required to fill their credentials and choose whether they are administrator or staff. If the user is the administrator, this screen will pop up while only Scope 3 is visible to the regular staffs. Scope 1 contains 3 types of fuel which are solid, liquid or gaseous fuel. The user has to choose which type of fuel is used. For each type of the fuels, user has to choose the fuel used and enter the quantity consumed. Clicking the Calculate button will sum up the carbon emission while clicking the Submit button will send the data to the Azure SQL database. User can view the database and the report chart for the latest emission. The same goes for the other fuel types. For Scope 2, user has to enter the electricity consumed for the month. And click the Calculate button to view the emission. Clicking the Submit button will save the data to the database. User can view the database and the latest report chart at the current page. For Scope 3, user has to choose the type of transportation used. And enter the distance traveled. Click the Calculate button to view the emission. Clicking the Submit button will save the data to the database. User can view the database and the latest report chart at the current page. Benefits gained from using the system. Multiple types of users can utilize this application, from the head of company to the staffs. Give awareness to the people about greenhouse gases. Encourage the engineers to develop a greener technology.